Apple used to have one of the weirdest launch weeks in a long time. No keynote, no dramatic stage reveal. Instead, they dropped new products every single day for the last 3 days. Most of them got videos on the YouTube channel, but some of them didn't. Here's everything Apple released this week, day by day. Now, let's get into it. Day 1 started with the iPhone 17e. This is Apple's new entry iPhone starting at $599, replacing the iPhone 16e. The biggest change was the A19 chip, which just gave us the current generation chip in a cheaper model. The storage doubles, starting at 256GB instead of 128GB. And the camera jumps to a 48 megapixel fusion sensor capable of 4K double vision video, which is way better than last year. At least on paper. Normal people probably can't tell the difference. Apple also added MagSafe support, which for some reason wasn't in the last model, and they added the C1 modem for better cellular efficiency. So overall, the 17e is actually a pretty decent iPhone. It's just that don't expect anything too good from it, or for the price. Aside from the iPhone 17e, Apple introduced a refreshed iPad Air with the M4 chip, bringing pretty good PC performance to a mid-tier iPad. Apple says it's 30% faster than the previous generation. It's not that much, but it's okay. It still comes in 11-inch and 13-inch sizes, but now supports Wi-Fi 7, and the pricing stays the same. $599 for the 11-inch and $799 for the 13-inch. Day 2, they refreshed the main series MacBooks. The MacBook Air got the M5 chip, which brings faster CPU performance, GPU performance, and improves AI processing, whatever that means. The only AI I ever use in a Mac is the Kata feature in Final Cut Pro because Apple Intelligence kind of sucks. The design stays very much the same. There's still a 13-inch and a 15-inch model, but they now support Wi-Fi 7 and faster SSD speeds. But the starting price did get bumped up to $1099. Then Apple updated the MacBook Pro lineup and now runs the new M5 Pro and M5 Max chips designed for heavier workloads. The machines now support Thunderbolt 5, higher memory bandwidth, and improved wireless connectivity. And once again, the design itself didn't change. It looks exactly the same as the M4 models, which look the exact same as the M3 models. And in day 3, they introduced something completely new, the MacBook Neo. It is now the cheapest MacBook ever, starting at just $599. Instead of an M-series chip, it runs the A18 Pro processor, which is the same chip that was used in the iPhone 16 Pro. It has a 13-inch Liquid Retina display, 8GB of memory, and 256GB or 512GB of storage. But of course, to reach that low price, Apple cut a few things. There's no Thunderbolt port, no MagSafe port, and the base model doesn't include Touch ID. If you want Touch ID, you have to get the 512GB model. Clearly, this Apple trying to compete with cheaper Windows and Chromebook laptops. It is still nowhere as cheap, but I mean it's an option at least. It's cheaper than the MacBook Air, and that's what counts. Apple also refreshed the Studio display, but it didn't get a video. It has faster Thunderbolt 5 connectivity and an updated 12 megapixel center stage camera with DSP support. The display still keeps a 27-inch 5K resolution, and it still starts at $1,599. Finally, Apple updated and renamed the Pro Display XDR, now called Studio Display XDR. Now supports Thunderbolt 5 and improved brightness control. The biggest change is a new mini LED panel improving brightness and contrast. So that was Apple's entire launch week. There was no keynote, no Apple event, but there was a presidential event in New York and London, and I forgot the other city. But to be fair, it did bring us some pretty solid upgrades, but I still don't understand why the MacBook Neo is named the MacBook Neo. Neo means new in ancient Greek, so that might be why, who knows. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. I am Samuel from Sam Nova, and I'll see y'all in the next one.